Well, we lost 4-1 to them last season, but they got relegated down with us, and I think we're now on a much more level playing field. Let's go get revenge on Bournemouth. Hey guys, and welcome to episode 35 of my Bristol Rovers FM20 playthrough. My name is James, and on today's episode, we're going to have 2 matches in the Championship. We have our first home match of the season at home to Bournemouth, and then we have an away match against Nottingham Forest. Since you're last with me, there's been no news at all. There's been no change. I've literally skipped on since the QPR match. We're doing these episodes back to back because I really wanted to get this Bournemouth match in, and the main reason being that if we look at the preview. Not only obviously do they get relegated down with us, but both them and Watford are tipped to be first and second. So what I really wanted to do was I'll get the Bournemouth match in now with Nottingham Forest. Also gets our first home match and it's on TV. We'll probably then have Leeds and Preston. They're 2 other teams that are expected to be round in the playoffs, followed by Watford and probably Peterborough will be the next match after that. So that will probably be this week's episodes. So with no further ado, let's get into the match. So as you can see here, we've never actually beat them yet. We've drawn twice against them. I think one was in the Cup and one was our first game. We played them last season and then we lost to them later on in the season. And this is the team that's going to be facing them today. We have Trafford in goal, back 4 of Connolly, Long, Kilgore and Correa, Rolls and Gallagher in central midfield, Barrett, Bailey and Arzani the attacking 3, and then Clark Harris up front for us. One thing I didn't mention last episode as well is that we have now changed captains. Ollie Clark and Giacomo no longer captain and vice captain. Alfie Kilgore is now our main captain. He's 24 years old. He is Rovers through and through. He has been here since the beginning. Very similar mould to Ollie Clark, but he has good determination, good decisions, good teamwork and leadership. So I think he's going to step into the role quite nicely. Tom Lockyer was suggested by my assistant manager as being the one to take over the leadership role. He is older. He also does have a stronger leadership teamwork balance. However, he is only going to be our backup this season, and so he has taken up the vice captain role for when Kilgore cannot play. So let's get into the match. I hope I don't regret my little speech at the beginning about trying to get revenge and the fact that we're going into this, surprise, surprise, we're going into this with an attacking mentality. But hopefully we can ride the positivity we got from the previous match. Now, obviously, as much as I said that this is more of a level playing field, I don't expect us to pick up a win in this match. I would take a draw really, but it is going to be nice to be able to pitch ourselves against obviously the former Premier League side. I didn't see what kind of transfer business they did over the summer, but I'm going to take a shot that we were quite lucky in terms of we didn't have many players go, whereas I think Bournemouth probably would have been more on the chopping block in terms of a lot of their players wanting to go back into the Premier League, especially as they've been established there for a little while. So I'm hoping we're facing a slightly weakened Bournemouth side and we can really try and get a result in our first home game of the season. And we have a highlight here on 13 minutes where we have the ball, Correa and Bailey passing it between themselves. Correa with a nice ball out wide to Rolls, who's in space, then to Connolly. But Connolly is being tracked down, but back to Rolls again, to Barrett, back to Rolls. Rolls managing to keep the ball quite nicely. Connolly now in space again, looking to bring it forward. We really are struggling. Bournemouth are starting to press us quite well, but we're managing to keep the ball to Gallagher, back out to Correa. Arzani's in a little bit more space. Really nice ball into Barrett in the penalty area. Takes it onto his right foot. It just creeps past the post. Goalkeeper manages to get a hand on it. And we get our first corner of the game. Ball in from Barrett. Looking for Clark Harris. But Bournemouth managed to clear it out for a throw-in. We have yet another highlight straight away. Connolly with the throw-in to Rolls. Into the centre to Correa. What a goal by Correa! That looked like it was on the volley, but it smashes in. I always think they look so much more impressive when they go in off the crossbar. But Rolls with the cross, a brilliant ball across. Rolls, no, it was just on the half volley, but what venom that ball had. What a shot from Correa there to put us 1-0 up in off the crossbar. And a highlight now straight away with Rovers with possession. We do lose it though to Bournemouth, who look to bring it forward. Solanke is just one of our defenders takes a shot, but his ball goes wide of the post. Barrett now with the ball into the centre. Keeper manages to block it, but only as far as Bailey. Bournemouth managed to clear it again, but again Bailey managed to collect the ball for the second time. for Rolls to Connolly. We're going all the way back now to Long, and we're going to end up going all the way back to Trafford. That is disappointing from from having the ball in their penalty area to end up being back in our own. But we are looking to bring it forward again with Long, with Connolly. Connolly is being pressed, though, back to Long once again to Connolly. We are keeping the ball quite nicely, even though Bournemouth are pressing us. Our passing is really, really nice, and we are playing it around quite smoothly. We do manage to lose the ball there, though, and Lerma looks to bring it forward. Correa is chasing him, though, but Wilson gets tackled, but Solanke with the ball there. Trafford manages to make another save, and the ball goes out for Bournemouth corner. Right, corner into the centre, looking for, I'm not sure that Marcos, I think that was, but the ball goes wide and out for a goal kick. With Connolly yet again. Connolly to Rolls. But Rolls loses the ball out to Cook. That is disappointing. Cook is in big space here because Connolly's out of position. Looking into the penalty area to Wilson, but the shot is actually straight at Trafford, and he manages to make the save. God, they're coming thick and fast. Barrett with the corner into the centre, looking for Clark Harris. Is that a penalty? It is a penalty. Clark Harris will take the penalty to put us 2-0 up. I've just realised also that I know we're only 2 games in, but we are top of the table technically. Clark Harris takes the penalty, cool as you like, into the bottom left for his 3rd goal of the season and makes it Bristol Rovers 2, Bournemouth 0 with just half an hour gone. This is the start we really wanted. This is, I said it in the last episode, but this is going to be the statement win, I think, even just 2 games into the season. If we can beat Bournemouth, who we lost quite comfortably to last season and are expected to be at the top of the table, who says that we can't be there as well? But we have a goal kick. Trafford forward to Rolls, to Gallagher, out wide to Barrett. Barrett takes his man again. So out to Orzani, who's out wide. We really are doing well here. Looking for Clark Harris, but Bournemouth managed to clear it. And the ball goes forward to Solanke, who manages to get past Correa into the penalty area. Kilgore, though, with another tackle. Boots the ball forward, looking for Clark Harris, but he is being marked, and the ball is collected by Cook, and Bournemouth look to bring the ball forward again. This time outside with Svensson to Wilson. Wilson with the goal back for Bournemouth just on the 40-minute mark. Hopefully that's not going to be the start of things to come. It's disappointing we couldn't go in at half-time with a clean sheet. But we were caught out a little bit there. I'm not sure who that was in the centre. Was that Long? Long was in the centre there. Wilson was just too quick for him and smashes it into the top corner. Right, highlight straight from the kickoff though. Clark Harris to Gallagher, then Bailey to Orzani. Orzani looking to bring the ball forward, running at their defence into the centre. I'm not sure if I don't think he was 100% sure what he was going to do there. It seemed like a cross-come shot and up quite safely in the arms of the goalkeeper. Half-time, Bristol Rovers 2, Bournemouth 0. I would take that going into half-time. Bit disappointing, as I said, we couldn't keep the clean sheet. I'm going to say they've done well, but I think they're capable of better. I really do think we've given ourselves a good stance in this first half, and we really need to take this opportunity and don't let Bournemouth back in. But Bournemouth have a goal kick here, looking to play out from the back. Lerma out wide to Svensson, who manages to go past Connolly really, really easily. Wilson's in space again. Long has lost his man again. Wilson almost punishes us for the 2nd time for Long losing his man. Long really does need to be paying more attention there. But Marcos with a free kick. Trafford with a brilliant save. I'm not sure if that had gone in. I think it might look like it might have hit the post, but Trafford makes a save anyway, and it goes out for a corner. Bournemouth with the corner. Into the centre. Kilgore manages to clear it. Clark Harris collects. And he's now going to look to bring the ball forward. Can we counter-attack? Ball to the centre to Gallagher, who's in a little bit of space. We're playing it out wide, but sadly that is the end of the highlight. Right, 63 minutes on the clock. We have a throw-in in Bournemouth's half. Connolly with the ball then to Rolls, to Gallagher. Back to Rolls. Looking for Correa, I presume that was, or Orzani, but couldn't find either. And Bournemouth looked to bring the ball forward. But Kilgore, is he going to get there first? He does get there first and manages to clear it to Correa. Hopefully we can bring the ball forward forward again. Looks to put it into the centre to Rolls. Misstep. And, oh my God, Bournemouth have hit the crossbar. I'm not sure who that was there. Was that Solanke with the shot there? Hits the crossbar. Trafford collects it, or say he collects it, clutches it for dear life. Luckily, we managed to avoid an issue there. Solanke's on a 5.9. He really is not having a good game. Right, let's take off. Gallagher has been disappointing, unfortunately. Let's bring on Bayliss. Swap them over, as Jack Rolls is a better box-to-box midfielder than Bayliss. or Bialis, should we say. I think leave that for the time being. Everyone else is on a 6.9 that I would want to bring off, so I'm going to give them an opportunity to try and do something. Let's get creative. We do have a highlight though with Connolly, who brings the ball forward after the throw in. He's given a little bit of space, but does get cornered. So out to Correa, looking to switch the play to Rolls, to Ozani, to Correa. Trying to switch the play again to Barrett. This time it falls to Connolly, to Bialis, back to Connolly. Passing 1-2 between themselves, but Bialis cannot find a man. He's being pressured, loses the ball. Wilson is free yet again, and he shoots, and this time Bournemouth do equalise. I mean, you can't say it wasn't coming. Too many times in this game have we lost the ball and been pressured off the ball, making too many mistakes. Wilson's been lost every single time. Was that Long again? That was Long yet again. Who manages to lose Wilson. Wilson has got his number today, definitely. Right, Ozani is on a booking, so I'm going to take him off and we'll bring on Walker to play as a winger on that right-hand side. Cool, and we'll see how that gets on. Right, finally I'm going to take Long off. He's been booked. He's not on a poor rating, but I'd rather he not get sent off those last couple of minutes. There we go. Bristol Rovers 2, Bournemouth 2. I said at the beginning that I would take a draw. Disappointing that we did go ahead, and the fact that the two goals, the Callum Wilson one, the first one, he got ahead of Long and just left him in his wake. And the second one was a disappointing. I mean, Bialis came on and straight away dropped down to a 6.3 after that error. So both of those are disappointing goals to concede. I felt that was a match we could have won. We should have won really. But I'm going to say to the players, they were unlucky today. I mean, we still are technically top of the championship. I'm going to enjoy it while we're here because I don't think we'll be here very long. And we did manage to get a 19,000 capacity stadium and a very respectable 2-2 draw on TV as well. So definitely all positives there. Right, on to the next match. Here we have the second match of today's episode. We are away in the Championship against Nottingham Forest. This one will be a slightly different challenge again. Obviously, facing Bournemouth at home was one thing, but facing a team that's expected to be in the kind of upper reaches of the Championship, playing them at their place, is definitely going to be a tough ask. But the team for this match is going to be completely unchanged, with Trafford in goal, a back four of Connolly, Long, Kilgore and Correa, Rolls and Gallagher in central midfield, Barrett, Bailey, Arzani and Clark Harris up front. Can we remain unbeaten in our first 3 games of the season? I'd like to think we can get at least a point away at Notts Forest in what looks like is going to be a packed Nottingham Forest stadium. Let's go into this and say, Notts Forest, what happened last time? No idea what happened last time, but it seemed to work against Bournemouth when we came out of the blocks really quickly in that first half. So hopefully we can do the same against Forest. And we do have a highlight on 5 minutes, playing out from the back. Correa with the ball out on the right-hand side to Ozani. Ozani looking to bring him, but he does manage to lose the ball, but he collects the ball back again into the penalty area. He is running through, but unfortunately the ball goes straight at the Forest goalkeeper. We have another highlight. Connolly with the throw-in, but this time in our own area. Looks to put the ball into the centre to Gallagher. Back to Kilgore. To Correa, who's in a little bit more space. To Ozani, again playing it down this right-hand side. Looking to try and take advantage of this area. Back out to Correa, who's now in much more space. Brilliant cross in the centre, but Forest managed to clear it. But Connolly does manage to collect the loose ball, though. To Long. To Gallagher. Back out wide again to Arzani, but he is being pressured this time. Forest managed to come away with the ball. And they look to try and counter-attack. Sabrino has been put through. Puts it under Trafford. That is what I think they've won their first opportunity. Well, there's only the second shot of the game. They've had no possession at all, but they have managed to tear straight through us. The goal we did actually against QPR, balled us over the top. Kilgore, and I don't know where Long is. Long is massively out of position. I don't know what he is doing up there. He is on a defensive position. Let's just double check to make sure that he's not on something a little bit different. No, he's exactly the same. He's on defensive positioning. So I don't know why he's being caught out. If anything, Correa on this side is on attacking position. You'd think they'd be catching him out on this side, but I think we may have to keep an eye on that, because if Long's going to cause a problem, he's anxious as well. If he's going to start causing a problem, we may have to bring Lockyer in for him. Right, we have a throw in here on the right-hand side. Gallagher into Kilgore. Kilgore going all the way back to Trafford. I don't think that was quite necessary, but we'll play out from the back to Long, to Connolly. Now to Long. Back to Connolly again. Now to Barrett, looking to bring it forward. Manages to turn his man. Put the ball into the centre to Gallagher, to Clark Harris. Can he put Rolls through? Rolls takes a shot. Didn't seem to have much power on it, but it found the corner, and he makes it Nottingham Forest 1, Bristol Rovers 1. That is what we needed. It wasn't quite an instant reply, but it was definitely a reaction to their goal. Rolls there was given just a slight bit of space. Managed to place it beautifully into the bottom right-hand corner away from Notts Forest goalkeeper. However, Nottingham Forest have a highlight straight from the kickoff. I hope this isn't them reacting straight away. But Worrell with the ball forward, and I'm not even sure what that player's name is. I'm not even going to bother trying to pronounce it. But his shot is collected by Trafford. We have a highlight here. Trafford with the ball to Kilgore. Once again, looking to play out from the back to Correa. Who can he leave his? He's left his man behind. Put the cross in the centre to Clark Harris. Clark Harris tries to deflect it with his head into the far corner, but the Forest goalkeeper manages to collect it quite comfortably. Managed to bring it forward to Puado, but we managed to tackle him. But Sabrino's in again, and this time Trafford manages to make the save. All right, Forest with a corner. That's their first of the game into the centre. We managed to clear it, only as far as Yates. Long does manage to make the tackle this time, though. Can he find a man to help us bring it forward? Cannot, and that ends the highlight. Right, half-time, 1-1. I did say I'd take a draw away at Nottingham Forest, so I'm happy coming in at half-time like that. What I will do is the assistant manager saying do it for the fans, so we can't apparently say it assertively, passionately. Say it assertively. Let's give the fans their money's worth. I'm not sure how many are fitted into 1,500 have come up to Nottingham for this game, and I think they after last season they definitely deserve a couple of quite exciting wins, and so let's give them one today. Connolly with the throw in to Rolls. Does Rolls looks to lose the ball again? He does. Yates manages to keep the ball. We do manage to win the ball back though with Arzani to Clark Harris. Clark Harris with a just wayward pass, and not far bring the ball forward. Puedo's in massive space. Takes a shot. Luckily, Trafford seems to have it covered, and it goes wide of the post. I was about to make some substitutions, but Forest have another highlight. This out wide again with Puado. Can we try and win the ball back? This time Pablo. Pablo manages to get round Arzani, looking to bring the ball forward. Puts it into the centre. Shot is taken. I'm not sure who that was by. Sabrino again, but Trafford manages to collect it at his near post. Connolly with a throw in again to Rolls. Ball into the centre. There's no one in the centre. But Forest managed to clear it for Kilgore. That was what was the point in that? There was no point. He had time to bring that ball down. There's a calamity of errors. Puado there with the shot. Yet again, another error has cost us a goal. We need to get. I was hoping when we dropped down these errors would stop, but for the fact that they are for the star ratings and the abilities that Kilgore and Long have got, they just seem to make too many errors. We are our own worst enemy at times. Right, let's make substitutions. Kilgore is looking anxious. I'm half tempted to take him off after that, but Long has also been booked. Connolly, sadly, I haven't got anyone I can actually. If I switch Correa out to the left-hand side. Let's bring Hall on instead. Let's take Connolly off. Barrett's also had a poor game. Let's bring on Walker for him. Straight swaps there. And let's see how they get on. And demand some more as well. We do have a highlight here with Kilgore, who was made the error for the second goal. Long with a very long ball forward. Arzani's in a bit of space in the penalty area, but again a very tame shot. Clark Harris just not quite getting into the penalty area to be able to support his teammate there. And with 15 minutes to go, it looks like we might end up having to unfortunately settle for their first loss of the season. Rolls had the ball there, lost it initially, but manages to win the ball back. Can he make something from it? Gallagher, Bailey, Arzani, curling shot just wide of the post. Unfortunately, not able to get the equaliser there. Let's go very attacking. Let's gas them to get creative. We have yet another throw-in. Hall with the ball to Ozani. Ozani manages to take it past his man. Chips it forward for Clark Harris, who's one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Takes a shot. Can't get it on target. Come on, Clark Harris. Right, I think I'm going to... do I take him off? Actually, I've just realised nobody I can bring on for him. There's absolutely no point. Let's take Gallagher off. Let's bring on Bialis there for the final couple of minutes. Swap them over. But we're coming into injury time. I think that's going to be it. Yeah, that's the end of it. Full time. Notts Forest 2, Bristol Rovers 0. I say it so often, but a disappointing loss, and it was all defensive errors. I'm going to say unlucky. I am, though, going to say I'm not happy with their defensive work. We gave them that win. They definitely didn't earn that. We had lion's share of the possession in that game. We had key opportunities as well up front. Do you know what? Yeah, we had key opportunities up front to be able to score. So maybe that was where we should be looking at it as well. We had 22 shots, 65% possession. You should expect us to be able to do that in that match. But I think the defensive errors really are what caused us to come apart in that game. So that is a shame. But if we looking forward, we'll go. I'll jump past the Carabao Cup game. We'll have Preston and Leeds, who are two other teams who are expected to be in around the playoffs. Again, I think a couple of challenges going up to Preston and then Leeds at home. So we didn't quite manage to get the revenge on Bournemouth we wanted, but we did manage to get a very important point away. But sadly, threw it away against Notts Forest. But if you did enjoy that, please give the video a like. Subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to be notified of brand new FM20 videos every Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 5 PM. And thank you very much for watching.